Take it. Take it.
Do I just like put the baby in my satchel? Hey guys, and welcome back. After a long hiatus, I'm finally back to properly finish out Titanic Adventure Out of Time. In the last episode, I spent a lot of time walking around the ship while it sank. I talked to a bunch of people who all left me alone on the lifeboat, and I eventually was left without a lifeboat. So I sank to the bottom of the ocean, never to be found again until 1985. So this time, I have made a little bit of a list of things that need to be done and in what order I'm going to try them in. Here I've got basically find Vlad first. So I think he might be down in the bottom of the ship because that's where he was last time. We'll find him. I need to then go to see the second class stairs to talk to the hackers so I can get that letter, and then go talk to the Conklings because the first time I talked to the Conklings, Mr. Conkling got booted off the ship, and that was kind of the end of that. So I think it's important to have the letter in hand when I go talk to them. Then maybe I can do something with the baby, maybe get the painting back, and then I have to make sure I get the shawl from Georgia, Clarice, but she's in the first class lounge. So I think my order will be find Vlad, go to the second class stairs to get the letter from the hackers, go talk to the Conklings. After all that's sorted out, possibly I can go wager with Riviera and get the lifeboat ticket, and that should give me everything I need. I should be able to get the painting, fix the baby situation, get everything back from Vlad that I need, and see if we can win the game officially with the good ending. So let me start off here and load my game. So starting back, last lifeboat leaves at 2 a.m. It's 1:15 right now. I need to defuse this bomb again. And okay, so I've saved it after I've defused the bomb. Good. I'm out of here, and the ship is beginning to sink. Mass panic in the background. Strangely, you don't hear the band playing in the background, which I remember reading about that when I was younger, that the band continued playing.
Stand back. Ladies and gentlemen, maintain order. Women and children board first.
That everybody kept playing until the very, very end, which is quite dramatic to hear, but I don't know if that's true or not. Okay, so first order of business. To the staircase and down.
The water's on E-deck. Get up top.
I need to go to second class stairs, I guess, to get down to the bottom. So I'm going to start in second class stairs. Jumping to red areas is disabled. Okay. So let's get out of here and get down to the second class stairs. I don't know what the best way is, because I think people will try to talk to me once I go out on the deck. I don't know if there's a preferred side to get out to the deck. But it looks like I want to go downhill to second class stairs. Nope, that's wireless room. I don't want to be on this side because I don't want to have anybody randomly talk to me and trigger an event.
Captain's orders. Stay with the others.
Well, no one's allowed on the bridge, despite the fact that the ship is sinking. Okay, second class stairs, right? No, they're at the far end of the ship. Where am I? Okay, so I need to go all the way down to the far end here. Oh, I want to stay away from everybody. I don't want anybody to talk to me. Yeah, okay. Down we go.
This deck's closed. No one can go up from this point. There aren't the boats for the steerage passengers. They must stay below. If you go down there, I can't guarantee you'll come back. It's dangerous down there.
I'm on important business.
Good luck. If I'm still here when you return, I'll let you back up.
Well, that was easy. He's like, oh, you might die if you go down there. But, on second thought, go ahead.
That bastard Conklin and his wife, as bad as he is.
Mrs. Conkling, she's stolen my baby. I let her hold the baby so I could get my hands free. I let her and she took him. She told the steward Eddie was hers. He wouldn't let me follow her up. She's leaving with my baby.
Easy, Shay. Those stewards, they won't let us back up to first class. It don't take brains to see what's gonna happen to this ship. Now you listen. That German gave me this painting. He's never come back for it. Get the baby and it's yours.
Take the letter. Find her. See if she'll trade the baby for it. Please, you're our only hope.
You don't, and I'll chuck this painting into the sea. Get moving.
Okay, so I've got the letter. I need to go down and see if Vlad's still kicking around the turbine room before we run out of time. I think I need to go to Scotland Road, which I just passed.
Keep out of Scotland Road. The captain wants everyone up top.
Well, I need to get down there. How am I supposed to get... Maybe I can go through F-deck cabins. Yeah, okay. And the creaking of the ship. So there's no water in the bottom yet, strangely. Oh, okay. So this is Vlad. And that must be Barbican, possibly? I think he's the one in the blue suit.
And Sasha.
Did you kill him?
Yes. Sasha cared only for himself, not Serbia, not the Black Hat. This is war. Deserters are shot. Like dogs. And you come for the Rubaiyat? Maybe you want this. The English Lord's necklace. It is mine to sell. The money for the Black Hand. Then you will see somewhere. Sometime within a month, in a year, we strike. We will start a fire. A fire that will destroy the Austria oppressors. Destroy Europe. And all Serbs will know freedom. I must leave. I must get on a lifeboat. Once again, I must ask.
That's ominous.
Find a way to let me board a lifeboat unnoticed. Women and children first is the rule.
Okay.
Don't push. Keep your hands well inside the boats.
Okay, so now the engine room is flooding with water. Sasha is dead. Vlad has killed him. He has the fake necklace thinking he's going to sell it to finance the Serbian rebels. We should probably get out of here, dude. I mean, just saying. So find a way to get him onto the lifeboat. I don't really know how to do that, but I do know I need to go get the baby. Go talk to Clarice, because she's got that shawl. Maybe Vlad will be interested in that shawl.
Go! Go! Get up top! The engine room's about to go.
Oops.
Go.
Double click.
Get up top!
Well, okay. And because they have disallowed fast travel, this is going to take the slow way, and the game is progressing in real time at this point with the lifeboats and stuff. So I need to go quickly talk to Conklings.
Didn't think I'd see you. Now get up on the boat deck. Steerage passengers are still, but they're waiting for the word to go to the boat. Now get up on the boat deck.
You can't go out there. Get up to the upper decks.
Yeah, man. I'm just trying to get outside. Alright. Conklings are where? On this side, I think. Yeah, here we go.
What do you want?
That baby's not yours.
Mine now. No one will know. He'll have a good life with me instead of that penniless girl. Leave. I'm getting on that boat.
I have the letter and I'll publish it.
The letter? You have it? It can ruin us. Ruin me. I'll trade you. The letter for the child.
That was easy.
Hurry. The letter for the child. Here. Take it. Take it.
Do I just like put the
letter.
baby in my satchel?
Yes, let me have it. What a fool. You don't have a seat in the boat.
I'm gonna talk to you.
The boats are full. There's no more room. No more. When these boats go, that's it. We're trapped. We'll drown. I'm getting on, you understand? They'll throw out somebody else. I've got money. I'll give them thousands. I've got to get on a boat.
Stand away from the boats. It's women and children. Women and children only. I'll shoot. Come closer and I'll...
Oh, toodaloo, Mr. Conkling. I would say the world will miss you, but it won't. Okay, so I've got this baby that I'm holding. Let's go back to the stairs. Sadly, I've doomed this baby to
My orders are to allow nobody above this deck up.
uh-oh, launching rockets. Like I said in the last one, white rockets instead of red rockets. So basically all the other ships just think the Titanic's having a party or something over here. I don't know. Turkish bath is filling with water. It's become quite the bath now. Alright, deliver the baby, which is not going to end well.
Got him back. Oh,
Thank you. Here. Take the painting. No use, I got... Go on. Get up top with me sister and the baby. Save them.
No, Jack, no. Not without you.
Hush now. Hush. There'll be no luck for men like me. I'll try me luck back here, in the stern. Get moving.
It's best I be going now. Take me to the boats.
Thank you. I'll not forget.
Never let go, Jack.
Pass 'em in.
We better hurry.
Forget what you done. God protect you.
Toodaloo. Okay, now I need to go to the grand staircase, which is... where is it? Here at the front? Yeah. In the grand staircase, because I need to talk to those in the first class lounge. Oh, that was in the side I just was in. And I'm getting turned around. This is kind of a complicated ship. First class lounge. Okay. Talk to Clarice.
If you've come to get me to leave, I'm not leaving Willie. I want to stay near him on the ship.
Once again, Willie is dead.
We met here in the lounge the first night out. He introduced himself. Willie was so kind. Not like Mama's friends. They just want our money. I'm staying with him.
Okay, get up to the lifeboats.
We went for a walk that night on deck. There were so many stars. Just like tonight. I told him you can't see the stars in New York. The lights burn too bright. I told him to go to Central Park. I was going to take him to the park to show him the stars. Here, take this shawl. I don't need it. If you get to New York, visit the park. That's where you see stars. That's where I wanted to take Willie. Goodbye.
Okay, so I've got her shawl. The only person who needs anything now, who I need something from, is Vlad. So I've got the painting, I've got the shawl, I've given the baby to the hackers and saved Shailagh. So now, all I need to do is, hopefully, maybe Vlad can use this somehow. I don't know where he might be. Hopefully he's up on the boat deck now that I've talked to him. I don't see him. I don't know where he might be.
No one's allowed on the
Yeah.
Captain's orders. Stay with the others.
Where are you, Vlad? You're hiding somewhere, I know it. Sorry I don't have time to talk to you. I don't know where he is. Maybe I can go down still?
It's dangerous down there.
I'm on important business.
Now, if I'm still here when you return, I'll let you back up.
If you're not here, what are you gonna do? Uh-oh. I may be too late to find Vlad. Yeah, that's bad news. Okay, well, if he's got any sense of self-preservation, he'll have gone up to the boat deck. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to go down that far. But maybe I can. It doesn't seem like it's full of water yet. Mysteriously. There's Vlad.
What now? You have decided you can help me? Find a way to let me board a lifeboat unnoticed. Women and children first is the rule.
I can get you into first class.
What? How?
Aha! Okay, so you can disguise yourself as Claris with this shawl.
Guys, no. I die like a man.
Drowning won't help your cause.
You can get me into the first class? To the boats? What can I give you?
You can give me the Rubaiyat.
It is for Serbia. Quickly, what do you take?
I'll take the Rubaiyat.
Take it and give me. Give it to me. If I disguise myself, I can reach the boat. The sea, it's coming in.
Yep, let's get out of here, man. You and me both. Okay, so mission so far accomplished. We just have to get off the ship now without dying. And I'm here stumbling over my keys as I try to get to the top because the ship is off kilter, or at least that's what I'm going to claim.
Now get up on the boat deck. Orders to be maintained. Last thing we need's a riot. Now get up on the boat deck.
Uh-oh. This is bad news. This is real bad news. I might be still too late. Yeah, that's the first class lounge. I don't know how I'm going to get a lifeboat if there are even any left. I may be out of luck. Was that me? I think that was me. Nope, I'm still alive. Okay, that was not me. But I think there are probably no lifeboats left. Any lifeboats?
We did our job. Did it right to the end. Best of luck to you.
Can you help me?
Every bloke for himself. Didn't you hear that? That's water pouring into her. It's bad. Bad as bad can be. Maybe there's a bottle floating in the bar.
Ain't seen any lads from below, have you? Poor blighter. They've no hope now.
Yep, I think I was too slow.
Breakfast. Good luck.
I don't see any more boats. Maybe, I don't know, does anybody have one? Maybe she can get me off.
Oh,
can't find them. Everyone's gone. The officer,
Yep.
he wanted to put me in a boat with people I didn't know. But it's not that bad, is it? We won't die. No, we won't. The boats. I must find the right one, the right boat.
There are no more boats. Try to save yourself.
Boats. I must find the right. I must. I can't go with just anyone.
Well, I guess that's it, guys. I think I have failed to find a boat again. Maybe Morrow knows? There's like a secret boat.
See what I said about moonless nights? The lifeboats are away. There's no more. The bastards. They didn't have enough for everybody.
Well, what can I do to help?
Assure the passengers. If they panic, we'll save no one.
Okay, well,
Tell them we did our best.
how do I reassure the passengers?
Sorry. There's really nothing more to say.
I wondered when you'd rematerialize. We're in a bit of a spot, don't you think?
Yes, do you need help?
Me? Lord, no, I'm too old and too fat for small boats. Besides, after spending my corporeal career communing with the beyond, I'm not too worried about joining it now.
Yep, I already asked you all these, so goodbye, Mr. Trask.
Change the past. Now, change the future. Hurry!
Seidelman, you have any insight?
Still here? You know, I finally met Strauss. He was putting his wife in the boat, but she'd have none of it. Told him she was staying. With him, it's louder than a white sail out here. It's the end, pal. Nice knowing you. You'd have made it on Spruce Street. See you around.
Well, I think that is as they say, that.
You are proving surprisingly hardy, so perhaps you'll honor one more request. The evening's last, it would seem.
Why should I?
Oh, but you must. You could save a life.
Whose life?
The Lady George's, of course. I've poisoned her.
I don't believe you.
If you decide against helping me, she will die. But if you cooperate, the antidote for her. Why, there goes Mr. Ismay. He's abandoning ship. Not just the women and children. The president of the line gets a seat too. So, will you help?
You didn't actually tell me what you wanted. No.
As you wish. But how tragic for the lovely Lady Georgia.
I mean, there are no boats left anyway. We're all gonna die, so who cares? Okay, well, the ship sank. So I'm gonna go ahead and reload. I'm gonna try this all over again, and I think I just need to be faster about it. So instead of going down to get the shawl, I'm gonna get the shawl first before I go down to see Vlad, and hopefully save a little bit of time instead of fumbling around with the map trying to figure out where I need to be. So we'll head on out to the grand staircase. Watch this beautiful cinematic of the sinking ship again, as if I didn't have enough trauma watching it sink the first 2 times. I don't know how many times I've died on this ship now.
Stand back. Ladies and gentlemen, maintain order. Women and children board first.
Deploy the lifeboat. Okay. To the... Nope, that's not where I want to go. I want up another deck. To the first class lounge. Hear Clarice's sob story one more time.
I'm not leaving Willie.
I feel like I'm stuck in a Star Trek time paradox where you're reliving the last 10 minutes over and over and over again until you get it right and escape the loop.
We met here in the lounge the first night out. He introduced himself. Willie was so kind. Not like Mama's friends, they just want our money.
Yes, yes, poor Willie. He was my only friend on board, really, except for maybe Trask, but,
If you get to New York, visit the park. That's where you see stars. That's That's where I wanted to take Willie. Goodbye.
Okay, so now out to the boat deck, or the promenade will work. Oh, no, they won't let me out there. To the boat deck, back to the second class stairs. And then we can hopefully kill a couple of birds with one stone. Let's go. We've got the shawl. We're gonna get the letter.
This deck's closed. It's dangerous down there.
I'm on business.
If I'm still here when
Now
you
stand aside, sir. Back down. Talk to the hackers. Get the letter.
Mr. Conklin and his wife, as bad as he is.
Mrs. Conkling, she's stolen my baby. I let her hold the baby so I could get my hands free. I let her and she took him. She told the steward Eddie was hers. He wouldn't let me follow her up. She's leaving with my baby.
Easy, Shay. The stewards, they won't let us back up the first class. It don't take brains to see.
No,
what's
they
gonna
won't let
happen to
you
this
up,
ship.
Jack.
Now you listen.
That's because you're
That German gave me this painting. He's never come back for it.
not as
Get
cool
the
as we
baby
are.
And it's yours.
Take the letter. Find her. See if she'll trade the baby for it. Please, you're our only hope.
You don't, and I'll chuck this painting into the sea. Get moving.
That's fine. Okay, off to go find Vlad. Give him the shawl. I need to stop getting ahead of myself with clicks. I end up double clicking and then stuck. Listening to two versions of the same speech. I'd never be a speedrunner at this rate. Turbine room. Sprint down to see Vlad. Do my best firefighter impression as I slide down the railings here. Yeah, very, very nice valves. That's not what I want to look at, though.
You have found me. And Sasha.
Did you kill him?
Yes. Sasha cared only for himself, not Serbia, not the Black Hand. This is war. Deserters are shot. Like dogs. And you come for the Rubaiyat? Maybe you want this. The English Lord's necklace. It is mine
Nope.
to sell. The money for the Black Hand. Then you will see somewhere, sometime, within a month, in a year, we strike. We will start a fire. A fire that will destroy the Austrian oppressors, destroy Europe, and all Serbs will know freedom. I must leave. I must get on a lifeboat. Once again, I must ask for your help. Find a way to let me board a lifeboat unnoticed. Women and children first is the rule.
Okay, I can get you into first class.
How?
Here's this beautiful shawl.
Guys, no. I die like a man.
I'm sure the shawl will go very well with your jacket, and everyone will totally be convinced that you are in need of a lifeboat. Drowning won't help your cause.
Get me into the first class? To the boats? What can I give you?
Isn't that what I just said? Just give me the Rubaiyat.
Never. It is for Serbia. Quickly, what do you take? Take it and give me. Give it to me. If I disguise myself, I can reach the boat. The sea, it's coming in.
Okay, so rest in peace, Sasha. Can't say you were the best of humanity, but you certainly weren't the worst. Just pretty far down there. So now, we complete our baby mission. Getting dizzy. Spinning round and round. Come on, man, you're holding me up. I'm trying to, but you're standing here talking to me.
Get up on the boat deck.
Okay.
Don't push. Keep your hands well inside the boats.
Alright, we are ahead of schedule this time, I think, compared to where we were last time. So the only handoff that's left is getting the baby so I can get the painting. And then I will have fulfilled, amazingly, all of my mission objectives. No, other side.
What do you want?
Give me the child.
He's mine now. No one will know. He'll have a good life with me instead of that penniless girl. Leave. I'm getting on that boat.
I have the letter and I'll publish it.
The letter? You have it? It can ruin us. Ruin me. I'll trade you. The letter for the child. Hurry! The letter for the child. Here. Take it.
Yeah, it really sounds like you would have given that child a life of love and attention.
You don't have a seat in the boat.
Well, I'm not even going to talk to you because I don't care. I need to run back as fast as humanly possible. Get them the baby, because then I still need to figure out how I'm going to get... Oops, I'm on the wrong side. How I'm going to get in a lifeboat. Maybe I can just convince somebody. Oop, I don't know what happened just then, but that's alright. And I'm going to have to bear another round of this guy telling me I'm not supposed to go down here. Yeah.
If I'm still here when you return, I'll let you back up.
Can't you see I'm holding a baby, man?
You got him back. Oh,
Thank you. Here, take the painting. No use, I got... Go on, get up top with my sister and the baby. Save...
No, Jack, no. Not without you.
Maybe you can find a door or something, Jack, to lay on. If she's not there, she won't push you off into the ocean like Rose did.
In the stern, get moving.
It's best I be going now. Take me to the boats.
Thank you. I'll not forget.
It's first class, I'm in.
Yep.
I'll never forget what you done. God protect you.
Okay, baby's safe. The only thing left is to find myself a boat. Let's talk tomorrow.
I say, old bean. Absolute madhouse, don't you think? People running hither and thither, no organization, no plan of attack.
Henry doesn't think the situation calls for panic.
Lunatics, all of them, running about like rabbits with a stoat at the hole.
The lapse in social order is absolutely shocking.
Boats! Ha! If I were captain...
Such people, they're not dressed for first cabin. Like those two immigrants on the second class stairwell. Really, something...
Man, you guys are horrible people. Like, oh, you need to be dressed to have your lives saved.
Possibly get in these boats.
I agree. Packing the women off in such crowded quarters.
Frightfully cramped.
Like tinned...
The Titanic is perfectly safe, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Not now, Henry, not now.
when, if not now, is anyone deserving of a gin?
Goodness, I do believe I hear running water.
Perhaps we can play a few hands with that Frenchman.
Henry, I do think we should stay here with the boats.
Blast it all, Ribena. Pitch yourself in. I say, old bean, coming with.
So this is it. This is the way to get on the boat. They've just offered to bring me with them because they're first-class passengers. The sad reality of the story of the Titanic is that first-class passengers in general survived for the most part because they were first class and they were the most important quote-unquote people and made it to the lifeboats first. A lot of women and children from second and third class made it off. But unfortunately, the fatality rate for baggage class and second class men was very, very high, simply because they didn't buy a first class ticket, which is a little bit ridiculous. And just another thing about how horrible the planning was on the Titanic, and kind of illustrating the hubris of mankind when they built it as an unsinkable ship. But in this case, my mission is to get off the boat. I've got the Rubaiyat, I've got the diamond necklace, I've got the painting, I've got the notebook, I've got everything. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and get on with the Gorse Joneses, and we'll sit and talk, be terrible people together, and escape this awful fate. So let's get on.
Yes, do get in. We so enjoy the company.
Hoist a leg, old bean. In you go.
So I've just left Penny to fend for herself. I've left all my friends behind. But if I can prevent World War I, so much the better. I guess that was the band playing in the background in the last moments of the sinking. So there was a lot of speculation about what happened to the grand staircase because there was no trace of it when they finally found the wreck. And of course wood tends to dissolve pretty quickly in the sea. But in other places there were remnants of wood that they just couldn't find for the grand staircase, and they assumed that it had been destroyed somehow in the sinking. But when they were making the movie Titanic, when they flooded it with water, it actually it broke the staircase free from its moorings, from the anchors that were down there, because of the sheer force of the water. So now, because of that piece of information, because they recreated the sinking in such true to form environment when James Cameron was filming the movie, they now believe that the staircase was detached and just simply floated out the top of the glass dome when the ship was sinking. So who knows where it ended up, or if it broke apart, or what happened. But yeah, the two halves, there was some confusion on whether the ship split apart or not until they finally confirmed in 1985 when they found the wreck that the ship was in two separate pieces in the bottom of the ocean. And of course at that point it had been sunk for 70 years or so. So I'm back in my flat. I have survived. Somehow I have a...
Vlad left the sinking ship without the Rubaiyat, nor did he have the real Lambeth diamonds. The Black Hand never got its funds, money intended to finance a wave of terrorism across the Balkans. One of the intended targets, the heir to the Austrian throne, Archduke Franz Ferdinand. His murder might have started a war. We were lucky. We got peace instead. As for the painting, it left with me. The plans proved useless. In the month following the sinking, the War Office scrapped the proposed deployments in a cost-cutting measure. But the canvas? As the only artifact saved from the Titanic, the painting became famous. Along with its creator, a rather excitable Austrian named Adolf Hitler, who makes a lucrative career to this day, peddling overpriced alpine vistas to the carriage trade. I left the ship with Willie's notebook. Eventually it found its way to the Russians. The Tsar's secret police were grateful, and the names Stalin, Lenin, and Trotsky vanished from history. The communist revolution aborted. I didn't really realize it then, but that night 30 years ago was one of history's most crucial. Though the Titanic carried 1,500 to the death, a peaceful world would be their epitaph. Our mission was a success. With no wars or bloody revolutions to derail us, prosperity and progress has flowed into every corner of the globe, bringing humanity a security known only to the privileged few before the Titanic sailed. Today, on April 14th, 1942, I am leaving the service to retire in a world at peace.
Good on you, mate.
One can only imagine how different it could have been. Would have been if we had failed.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed replaying that game. You know, it was a great look at the period. It brought back to life a ship. Really, it was kind of the first thing that brought it back to the public's attention. I mean, they discovered the wreck in 1985, but really the creation of media surrounding it started kind of with this game. I mean, there had been some books published and some other things, but this kicked it off, really, and then it built on that when James Cameron released the movie. And then after they released the movie, everybody suddenly wanted to buy this game just because there was kind of a Titanic mania. And there was actually a fear at the time of people stripping the wreckage site and selling artifacts to collectors and things. So there's actually a specific group who manages the Titanic wreck site. Because it's in international waters, it's subject to normal salvage law, but there's this group of people who kind of watch after the Titanic and manage retrieval of artifacts so it doesn't just turn into looting and selling things for money. That said, the Titanic Society did actually get some of the coal, retrieve some of the coal from one of the expeditions down to the ocean floor, and distributed some of the anthracite coal that the Titanic used at the time and sold it with little memorabilia plaques and everything to verify the authenticity. And the friend that I talked about in the very first episode who played this game and introduced me to it way back when I was a kid actually owned one of those pieces of coal. It was a gift from his parents because he was so into the Titanic, and it's just a cool piece of, you know, it wasn't worth very much because it's a piece of coal and there was, like I said, hundreds and hundreds of tons of coal on board. But it was a piece of something that it was so shrouded in mystery for so long until the ship was finally found in 1985, and it answered a bunch of questions, although there's still many questions surrounding the sinking of the Titanic. But yeah, what a game. What a look back in history, and a nice period accurate piece. Even if the characters were silly and it wasn't really what we think of today as a fully developed storyline and everything else, it really was a fun game to play, and it exposed me to you know, a kind of a modern marvel in the Titanic, and puts you back and kind of gives you an understanding that people weren't so different back in the turn of the century. They were basically the same as we are today, with all the commensurate problems and issues and things, and we have come a little bit of a way since then, but we still have a long way to go. So nice to see that play out. Here's some of the reference pictures they used, I guess, from the Library of Congress to develop the modeling and everything else. So great job by the team. And that's it. So that was the final episode of Titanic Adventure Out of Time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoyed sharing this with you and you know, talking about some of the facts I know. I'm sure I didn't get them all right because I'm operating on some fuzzy memory, and I've looked up some things. So feel free to jump in and correct me in the comments if I've misrepresented anything. I'm happy to correct what I've said and try to make sure that there's only good knowledge out there. But thank you for watching. I will try to do a bonus episode which contains all of the various endings, depending on if you save the Rubaiyat, the diamond necklace, the painting, the notebook, and everything else. So I'll post that here in a few days. This one's taken me a long time to finally finish up the game, but now it's done and I can move on to the next thing. So tune in next time. I still haven't decided what I'm going to play next. It'll probably be either Riven, the next game in the Myst series, or I might try to play Kerbal Space Program for the very first time ever and fail through the career mode. So if you have a preference, just let me know, and I look forward to seeing you next time. So thanks for watching so much, and cheers.